Wow. Hello, everyone. Welcome to KaPow Film Festival. We are KaPow Film Festival, and we are here with the Q&A section of the festival. And we have filmmaker Wade Chitwood of
Seattle.
Very nice, very nice. And Wade, your film is called Rocket Man and the Phantom Baron.
Right.
So, Wade, where are you from? You said you're from Seattle.
I'm originally from Missouri, and I
Missouri.
moved to Seattle 30 years ago. So been here a while.
Interesting, interesting. So, is there a big filmmaking community over there?
In Seattle or in
Yes.
Missouri?
Both actually.
Well, it's funny because I heard Brad Pitt. He's from Missouri, and he was on the Johnny Carson show, and they asked him, and he goes, when you're from Missouri, film really isn't an option. So you kind of have to go to one of the coasts to do that. And in Seattle, yeah, there's a pretty tight knit little film community here. Lynn Shelton, she was kind of the cutting edge there for a while. So
Interesting. So you decided to go west.
yeah. It's Horatio Alger, right? Go west.
So what were some of your influences as filmmakers and stuff?
Oh, that's a good question. I really like the old filmmakers like Howard Hawks and of course like Orson Welles and Billy Wilder, those kinds of guys. It's kind of
Interesting.
the guys that kind of pioneered everything.
Nice. So it gives you
Like Chaplin, Charlie Chaplin by far.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's a great transition, some of the names you just gave, because to transition to your film Phantom, Baron, and Rocket Man, what was the inspiration for that? This is a period piece.
Right. Well, what's funny is that this version is the fifth Rocket Man that we've done. And so I think the first Rocket Man was done in 2003, and it was a college movie, and it was just a spoof of the 1930s serials. And so we just cranked it up a notch, right? So whatever cliches they did, we just, amped it up. And in fact, we broke the fourth wall a lot in the first one. And that, like I said, that was 2003, and it actually did pretty well for a college movie. And so about every 3 or 4 years, we just came out and did another one. And you could tell like everyone's movie making skills have improved over 20 years. So.
Well, it's a very interesting piece. I know there's a lot of visual effects. How was it shooting that?
Man, like I didn't have, like I directed it, right? So we didn't have time. We shot most of it, on a destroyer and in an old abandoned electrical steam plant here in Washington, in Seattle. And we didn't get a chance to go in and block anything. So we just showed up and just started shooting. I had a really nice shot list and just crossed it off as we went. And I didn't have time to think about it. Just made sure that I had everything on the shot list and go. And we shot the whole thing in 4 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an incredible experience. Would you do that again? In that fashion?
That's every movie I've ever done. It's just guerrilla shooting. I have another movie in the KaPow Film Festival called The Prospector. And we shot that in 3 days. And it was the same thing. It's just like, make sure you got a good tight shot list and cross them off and hope when you get to start editing it that it's all there.
Wow. Well, it looks amazing to be able to do that with that kind of prep that you're able to do on the fly. How was it working on that capacity, since you're working in such a tight manner and there's a lot of blocking and fighting and all that? How was that experience?
I have to credit, like, when I first, like I said, like I'm from Missouri, right? Like film's not an option. So I first wanted to be comic book artist. And so, you have to fill a whole story in, in this big, right? And so I just kind of have an eye to go, okay, this is this shot. We'll run down and we'll shoot this here, right? So, but and just frame it up in the camera and go, oh, that looks pretty good. Shoot it, and you get about two or three takes, three if you're lucky, and just move on to the next one.
Oh wow, wow! And all the actors are all local actors that you
Yeah,
cast in project and stuff. Have you worked with them before? What's this? Are they used to your style of
directing.
directing?
Uh, yeah, we're all friends. The actually in the Phantom Baron, we actually brought in, like, Rocket Man and I are really good friends, right? We start. You know what Irish hurling is? It's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. We started the hurling club here in Seattle together.
Nice.
And so we've been friends for 25 years. And so we're just like, say, our humor is just kind of infectious, so once we get rolling, everyone else just kind of follows us. So um and so, like I said, we're all friends, and so there wasn't any argument or about anything. It was just, let's just make sure it looks good and get it done. So, but of
Interesting.
course, like I said, you shoot it in 4 days, and then it's 2 years in post production.
Well, it looks pretty amazing. Um, we also have an interesting, strong female heroine character in there, and how was that aspect of coordinating all that with the project and stuff?
Um, that was kind of the element, because, like, Rocket Man's supposed to be kind of an idiot. Like, he's super, but he just kind of barrels through things. And so we wanted a good female lead to, like, you know, to kind of guide him through everything. And so his stupidity, like, she's like the smart lady. And like, as it starts out, she's like this kind of embedded agent in the government. And so she sits and watches the whole thing unfold, and then she jumps into action and actually saves Rocket Man. And so we thought that, when we first started out, we really made a conscious effort to make sure that we wanted a strong female actress to basically save the day. So although it's called Rocket Man and the Aerial Fortress, it should be called Rocket Man and Jenny Gibson and the Aerial Fortress. So
Interesting. Well, maybe that's the secret sauce when people actually watch it and they get to the wow factor of that, you know?
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because it's the what you're seeing in the Phantom Baron is actually 9 minutes of 38 minutes. So we have, like I said, it's the whole thing is set up as a pilot. So we want to do it as a cliffhanger kind of thing. And so for the first 15 minutes, she's just sitting there and kind of taking it all in. And then all of a sudden, she surprises the audience by jumping up and rescuing Rocket Man.
Wow. Interesting. Interesting. So, will you shot? You said it's part of a pilot. Are you planning on shooting more, or what do you plan on doing with this project?
We would like to sell it. It's like we've got a really good Bible for it, and a good um, uh, probably 30 episode script. We got to put good pilot, and then we got 30 episodes laid out behind that, ready to go. So but here's the thing: it's like, it's what's tough is, how do you, like, you've written it, and I've gotten into film festivals within stuff, but that next step is kind of the tricky part, right? Like, how do you get it into the right hands for someone to see it?
That's true. That's true. Well, it seems interesting times, especially now, since episodics are extremely more what's viable as opposed to filmmaking. Before it was all about the films, but now it's about getting a TV series or episodic series on the go.
Like, like we were talking about that the other day. It's like, if you had like, kind of, this is kind of based like on Get Smart from the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And well, kind of got that flavor to it. But back then, they would never run a whole season following one storyline. It was just 30 minutes of one story. And you really, in this day and age, especially with like Netflix, people love to binge watch. I mean, I love to binge watch. And so you want that constant thread of storyline moving through it, it's more enjoyable, than to have 30 minutes of you fight a guy and then you save the day and it's over.
Interesting. Well, what are some of your Instagram or Facebook, or how would you like people to get in touch with you? Website?
My website is Hoplite Productions, and Hoplite is spelled Hoplight. And we have a Facebook site for Rocket Man called The Adventures of Rocket Man.
Awesome, awesome. Well, congratulations on making an amazing film project, amazing series, and we're excited that this is in the film festival. That all the audience from all over the world will get a chance to watch this cool, interesting, fun piece. We're looking forward to you attending the festival with us, and guys, come and check out his project and the amazing team that he's got behind him.
Hey, thanks a bunch. I look forward to seeing you guys. And hopefully, maybe next year we'll get together.
Absolutely. That is the plan. Hopefully next year. Great to talk
All
to you.
right. Thank you.